Welcome back to Emikicchin cooking channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make my pork steak Shogayaki Bento. I feel traditionally Shogayaki is made using thin slices of pork, but I was able to get these pork loin slices for cheap today, so this is what I'm using. It will be a lot more chunkier than the traditional Shogayaki, but will be really satisfying to have in a bento. Shoga means ginger, yaki or yaku is the verb for to fry, and it's a very common dish to have in Japan. Just need to salt and pepper your pork first and then cover with corn flour. Make sure you flip them over to get both sides as well. You may have noticed I have some smaller pieces of pork and larger pieces of pork. The larger pieces of pork is what I'll be using to make the Shogayaki dish. The smaller pieces are actually going to be for our dinner tonight, but I won't be introducing that recipe today. Once your pork is covered in the corn flour, you are ready to start cooking. I've decided to prepare my Shogayaki sauce ahead of time while the saucepan is still heating up. I've got some sugar, soy sauce, some mirin, as well as some grated ginger paste. I would ordinarily add some Japanese cooking sake as well, but I was out of stock at this point, so I had to skip that step for today. I like my Shogayaki with a lot of ginger in it. The sauce might taste a little bit spicy when you taste it before cooking, but that spicy edge will be taken away once you cook the sauce anyway, so don't worry too much. My saucepan somehow still hasn't heated up, so I'm going to move on to doing one of my side dishes. I was able to get some Chinese broccoli this week from the Asian supermarket, given it a wash already, just cutting it up into bite-sized kind of pieces and putting it in my favorite microwave safe container. Just shove it all in, it will fit, don't worry too much, and just popping it in the microwave to steam cook. I tend to pop the veggies in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes to let steam. Obviously you can keep yours in the microwave for longer if you prefer your veggies to be less al dente. Once your saucepan has finally heated up enough, you can pop your pork in and just let cook. And as always, I like to use my time very efficiently, so I'm going to cook some dashimaki tamago as well while waiting for the Shogayaki to cook. I've just added some Japanese dashi powder, soy sauce and some water. You can do lots of different flavor variations for these egg omelets. Some people like it sweet, kind of like the sushi egg. Today I've used my dashi and soy sauce to flavor. It'll be a very gentle flavored egg. We're finally able to buy these rectangle shaped frying pans even in Sydney nowadays. I've seen them around in Rhodes, in Wedgwood Point, I think even in Ryde, Chatswood areas as well. Often just in the Asian supermarkets. You can make these in a regular round frying pan as well, it's just your edges won't be as neat, but you can still roll it up into an omelette just the same. As you can see with what I'm doing, you just add a little bit of egg at a time and then you wrap it up on top of each other. Don't be too worried about using oil, it's better that you can wrap your layers nicely without worrying about the egg being stuck onto the frying pan. Now my pork is finally starting to look cooked, so I've added in my sauce and I'm just going to let that simmer. And as I said earlier, this will help take that edge off the ginger a little bit as well. The sugar that we put into the sauce as well will start to caramelize as well, and that will combine really well with the pork thanks to the corn flour as well. Just molding my egg omelette to be a nice rectangular shape. And I'll let that cool off before I pack the bentos for later. The pork Shogayaki is also cooked now as well. I've finally got my greens out of the microwave. I'm literally just whipping up a very quick and easy sauce here with a bit of soy sauce, oyster sauce and minced garlic. Mixing that all up, and I'll just combine that with the steamed veggies. You could say that I'm a bit of a lazy cook, but I like to say I'm efficient. I'm still getting my greens while saving time. Just stir to combine the flavor to your steamed veggies, and that is done. Another little side dish prepared for tomorrow's bento. Now to cook all that, honestly, it only took me 12 minutes. I think I'll be using this kind of bento box recipe idea again for another busy weeknight. I am not the best person at packing a bento. It's literally shoving everything into the spaces that I can find. I tend to put the veggies in the bottom to kind of fill the space, and then I like to put my main protein kind of leaning on the rice. It's actually pretty tricky to kind of present it to make it look yummy. You can see me, I'm just kind of forcing the rice to move out of my way. As I did mention earlier, this is a pork steak Shogayaki Bento. I'll film my regular Shogayaki recipe as well that I cook with a thin sliced pork in some other video in the future. Lean cuts of pork like this are very low in fat, high in protein. Protein obviously being very good for your muscles, but pork also contains a lot of amino acids which are shown to help improve fatigue and body functions as well. I'm just adding on my little konnyaku dish as well that I had prepared earlier in the week, just to help me fill the gap of that bento. Cherry tomatoes for a pop of colour, and I've decided to add a umeboshi, which is a pickled Japanese plum, onto my bento. Not putting it on the other bento box because my husband doesn't really like them. And that is done, my pork steak Shogayaki Bento. From cooking to packing it all in until now only took me 18 minutes in total. As always, I've put my recipes up for you to use as a guide. Thank you for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments section if there is any recipes you would like to see in the future. Thank you for watching.